Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jackson. We have a video for you guys on Chicago Bears Daily. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already. We're talking about Cole Kmet. Actually, in today's video, I love talking about Cole because he's from my hometown. Went to the same high school as him. I sat next to him in math. I think it was math class my senior year. He's very funny, great. He's just like an upstanding guy. So I hope Cole Kmet has he's a good tight end. I think Bears fans give him a little bit too much disrespect, a little too much hate. I think I wouldn't say like Cole Kmet's the scapegoat, obviously, but I would just say like, Bears offense hasn't, in Cole's tenure, hasn't been that elite, let's say. And, everyone's going to kind of get some talking in their ears and, they're going to be undeserving, but they're going to get some of the blame. You're going to hear some of the chatter, I guess is the right word to describe that. So there's a lot of praise right now going into Cole's third season. I know that NBC Chicago's Josh Schrock, he's very big on Cole Kmet, and I know he had an interview with him at OTAs, and here's actually a quote from Cole Kmet. You kind of see how the tight ends involved in the run scheme, and off of that, the play action movements and all those types of things can really be advantageous for tight ends. You see guys around the league in similar offenses, whether it was Robert Tonyan a couple years back with Green Bay, or you look at George Kittle has done in San Francisco. You even look at some of the things with Minnesota and how they've used tight ends the past 5 years or so. You see those things, and you can see how tight ends really get involved in this offense. So I would go out and as far to say like Cole Kmet he had a solid season last year, 60 receptions. He had 93 targets, 612 yards, all second, right behind Darnell Mooney. Just the thing is, the Bears' offense last year sucked, bro. And the offensive line was brutal. There's not too many weapons. Obviously, they're still kind of a super young football team, but there's not too many options. There's not too many weapons. The offensive line can't really hold Fields or even Dalton, whoever was behind, for like more than 3 seconds, or even just being generous, more than 5 seconds. So it's hard to establish a legitimate offense if you're running for your life every 3 seconds and you got to get the ball out like immediately. It's hard to get the ball downfield and generate a consistent offense. So you pair that, you also pair, everything about what I just said, especially with the offensive line, just wasn't great for the Bears last season. But you pair all the things with just rotating quarterbacks, and I know Andy Dalton, I know Justin Fields are both really solid QBs. Andy Dalton, Red Raiders, had a very successful, long NFL career. Justin Fields had a great collegiate career, and although I guess his records and maybe I guess his stats in general don't really prove anything all that eye-popping, they're still very good, talented NFL quarterbacks. And I think the issue is when you're rotating these guys and you have a bad offensive line and there's just not too much to be said, you pair those together and you're going to just not have something ideal. But when you look at Cole Kmet's season this past year, 93 targets, 60 receptions, over 600 yards, that's not that bad. That's not shabby, actually, in any way, shape, or form. So I think Luke Getsy, I think the new coaching staff, the new schemes involved, the new pieces that you have, especially on the offensive line, guys like Lucas Patrick, I think you pair all this. You also just had N'Keal Harry get traded to your squad, Velus Jones Jr., third-round draft pick. I think you pair everything together, and you have a successful breakout-esque season for Cole in his third year. So let me know what you guys think, but as always, hit that like button, hit that sub button. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.